Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the Recreate SMP. Yes, another one. I am planning to come back to the survival series, obviously, but for now we're just doing this. So in the last episode, we made this entire terraforming cliffside here, this bridge and this section here for our train. I also have it connected all the way up to the train station, which this doesn't look nice. We will change that eventually, just not today, because I want to finally do what I was planning for the last 2 weeks. You can see my shop in the background there. When that shop was made, I was actually supposed to be making this station. But yeah, so we're actually going to do that today. No more distractions. And we are going to put it right here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to obviously extend this out a little bit more because the station is decently big. But we won't be doing the terraforming here for now because you won't see it from this side. And yeah, I want to break from the terraforming. After our station, we're also gonna, actually get a schedule, connect our train over to the shopping district. Or not the shopping district, spawn. We're gonna make a loop there so the train can actually go back and forward. So we can actually have a cool train driving around here. We are also going to make a factory for all of our ores. Because I need ores. Well, I already have a load from this farm here. After I put this chunk loader here, which is inactive right now, and change the farm, we have a lot. And this isn't even all of it. This is just what's not in my storage. We have a lot more in there, but obviously that won't last me forever. So we are gonna build one so we actually have stuff automated, so we can actually start building other factories and stuff, because that's a basic resource that we need. So that is the plan for today. I need to start material gathering for the station that will go here. So I guess let's get straight to work and stop the app. Okay, I've now gotten everything. It's all in my backpack here. But before we actually get to building it with the schematic cannon, I do actually need to extend it out a little bit here, because this isn't enough space. I need to do a bit of flattening there and all that. I'll just quickly, get through it. But yeah, so this is flattened out. There's enough space for the whole train station here, apart from the bend, but we'll do that later. Now we do have a little bit of an issue with this pillager outpost here. We'll keep spawning pillagers around here, so I hope I can figure out a way to get them to stop spawning here, because I know just taking this down won't stop them from spawning. So we're gonna have to figure out some other way to like spawn proof it or something like that. And we still have all the texturing and stuff to do around here, but for now we're just gonna get the actual station in. Okay, the station is finished. This is what it looks like. Got just like a covered section there, and this is an open design kind of thing here. We got 2 platforms, one for this way, one for, the way back. Will this be ever used? I don't know if anyone will connect this rail all the way from back there or anything like that. I don't know. Like I said, let me show the front of as well. This is the main entrance. Something pretty simple. It's, you know, not a main station. Well, I guess it is, because my area is kind of like a big city, or well, it's planned to kind of be like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. This is for passenger trains, and there won't really be much passengers here. The main station would be, well, like over here somewhere, for the cargo. There's a few more things left to do here, like I've gone with the same thing as I did over there, where we go down to get to the other station, or the other side, which, I mean, you can probably see the resemblances of how this looks to over there. But yeah, I need to actually go ahead and connect these, and this is where the other stairs are. You can go down here, then there'll be a big hallway, and then you can go to either of these. So yeah, I guess I need to just do that real quick. We also, of course, got all the texturing and stuff around here, and you know, this whole section. But I might do all the texturing in that once this is in, because then we can add all the trees and stuff and that as well. Yeah, so let me get the stairs in here. Then we can work on getting a loop and having actual train go around from my base to spawn and back, and we can actually get to see if the boards work like they should. Okay, I have now got the stairs in. This is identical on both sides. It's just a simple staircase down with a hallway going up here to these stairs and back up to here. And once again, if there's any recreators watching, feel free to put some posters and stuff down here. It's supposed to feel a little bit lived in and all that, so yeah. So feel free to add some posters if you want. So, next step. I've gone ahead and cleared out a chunk here. We do need to extend this out a little bit there. But I do want to add a loop here, just so my train can, you know, go back around and down this way. Now, this will most definitely be temporary because, well, it's going to have to be changed to work with the cargo stations that will go right here. So let's just figure out how to loop this. Okay. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to set that up. This should work. There's no reason this shouldn't work. It looks stupid, but it works. I don't need anything better for now. So earlier, I was also just hanging out with Zerfro, and we got 2 pillagers pacified here. So one of these will be my train conductor, or driver, whatever you want to call it. First off, we need to actually get a station down so that this fits in properly and has a place to go. And then before we actually set up the schedule and all that, we need to also go ahead and do the loop on the other side. All right, we got our station here now. The train fits pretty well here. Yeah, it's a little bit like curved here, but that will obviously change once this is changed. Oh yeah, you can get onto every single door easily. I mean, this is kind of blocking, but that's honestly fine. Same with that, but whatever. It really doesn't matter. So before we set up more stuff over on this side, let's go back to spawn and get the rails set up over there. Right, here we are. So this is a little bit of a mess here. And of course it's gonna start raining. So we need to set up a bit of a loop here, which might be a little bit of an issue. Because we want all of, well, this one, and this one to be able to loop back. How do we do that? Maybe for now, we will just loop this back around this way. So, I mean, only these 2 can loop back into this station. This one can't. But I will probably be changing all of this track anyway, once I get the item transport over to there sorted. Because currently these only go to that track there, and I kind of wanted you to be able to, you know, make it back to these 2. I guess it would just have to be like on this rail here, you can just turn to this, but nobody's got cargo set up at the moment and all that stuff, so we don't need to deal with it for the time being. All right, so let's get our train schedule here sorted, I guess. You have to actually go ahead and craft one. I want to travel to my station. The condition will be, I guess, yeah, delay for maybe 30 seconds. In real life, it's more like 1 to 2 minutes, but I don't think we need more than 30 seconds, to be fair. We might limit the speed as well to like 70%, just so it's a little slower. Then we want to travel to spawn station 1. And I honestly should be it, to be honest. I don't think we need anything extra. Okay, let's put him in here. Damn it, I'm stuck. I can't get up. So I think it's, if we just... Why am I sliding? That's weird. No suitable paths. Why is that? Okay, now it worked. This is a bit of an issue. I kind of want to sit on a chair. Let me in, please. Alright. We seem to be moving now without me actually driving. This is actually kind of cool. It's unfortunate that my internet is absolutely dying recently, so I can't actually get a smooth experience, but okay, here we are. That is laggy. We should stop here for about 30 seconds. Be going soon, I think. Maybe. Supposed to be. Oh, there we go. I guess I just had to get this train into distance so it actually recognizes the station. I guess it is pretty far, so it makes sense. It's unfortunate that I'm lagging this much. Okay, but first thing I'm seeing as well is the boards on the train aren't actually showing anything. They're supposed to be. Okay, I've been tinkering with this a lot. But I think I finally got it to work, and I've also found out an issue I had, which is kind of weird. For some reason, my schedule would say it's going to spawn when it was going to my base, and it would say it's going to my base when it was going to spawn. So I had an issue where it would say that it's going to spawn even though it's not. And it's weird. I genuinely don't know why, but whatever. I kind of got it to work, and I assume this will also work with like other trains that will be going around here. I assume so, anyway. So next up, I guess we will actually just go ahead and start working on the actual factory that we're supposed to be making this episode to make all of our ores and stuff, because we do really need that. So I'm gonna wait for my train to get back, and you guys will just see me collecting the materials for the building. So it's time to actually make the building now. I have my schematic cannon here. I have all of my resources. I think I'm going to put it right here. I think it's a pretty good building. Let's just go into free cam. The building would go right here. I think that's pretty good. It's right beside all of our stuff. And the cargo place, warehouse thing, whatever you want to call it, would go like back here. So, and it makes sense that our like most important farm would be right beside it and all that. I think that makes sense, and it's a pretty decent spot right here. So the factory is now finished. Well, the outside of it anyway. Here it is. This is what it looks like. We can go to free cam just to get a better look at it. I think it's pretty good and it's decently sized, and I think it will fit in our machines. So now to actually make the machines in here. So I have collected a lot of stuff. This probably won't be enough to make everything, but it's a pretty good start. So here is the 4 different rock types. This is pretty much the recipe for all of them. It's lava, gravel, and then a few nuggets from whatever ore it is. Except zinc is different, it uses water. But the rest just use different amounts of stuff. I did spend a bit of time in creative mode, trying to kind of figure out what I need to make and stuff to actually make this worthwhile. Because having like one press making this stuff and crushing it down, it would not be fast at all. It would make barely anything. So we do need to make it a lot bigger. So I'm thinking maybe 12 or 16 presses making this stuff. That should be a decent amount of crimsite production that it will, well, work as intended. So I think here we'll have our main storage for stuff that we will produce. And we will have our actual ore factories in this central-ish building here. And then back here we'll have a big cobble gen for all the gravel that we're gonna need for these farms. So I guess I just gotta try to figure out like layouts and stuff so we can get all the ores we need. Okay, I've got a bit of a layout here. I did originally try to make this 8 wide, but I realized these vaults here can't go one more, so we're just not going to do that. So we have 6 on each side, so 12, and each of these would make 1 ore, so like iron, copper, zinc, gold, that kind of thing. This is kind of the layout. Yeah, it is pretty expensive for an ore farm, but I mean it looks cool, and I think it will work. I just need to figure out how to get items into here. I already have a way, but that would drop an extra item on the ground, which I don't really want to do, because then it would just keep voiding technically our stuff, because our stuff would fall, despawn, another thing would fall, and then loop like that. Yeah, I just found a weird bug. I was trying to kind of figure out how I could do this, and if I drop items in there, it for some reason shoots out this way. I don't know, but this won't work either, so I gotta keep looking, I guess. Okay, I have tested a few things. This is what I came up with. Found out with these inventory access ports, you can just input directly into the basins. So this is the solution. It was a little bit expensive. This is the recipe for them, but it doesn't matter. And it's a lot more compact this way, and it actually looks nice and everything, so I don't mind it. So this is pretty much how it's going to work. We'll just use crimsite for an example. These presses will make crimsite for us. Gravel will come from here down these chutes into here. It will supply these with gravel for this recipe, and we still need these nuggets. So the nuggets will be going into these 2 here, or at least the excess ones, or not the excess. Basically, the nuggets we get from this will be split between these two sides. They will fill up these vaults, and once these are filled up, they will go ahead, and if there is any left over, they will go into a compactor, which we will probably use a backpack for with the compactor upgrade, because I mean, it's a bit cheesy, but it's simple, and you know, I actually want to have enough space here to actually make this look nice and actually fit in the whole factory. So yeah, the excess will go into a backpack, get compacted, and then put into probably a vault right down here. So yeah, so I still need to add some like belts and stuff, but for the most part it's ready. So anyway, let me keep continuing on with setting up everything. Okay, we got a little bit of more progress here. So I guess I gotta just actually go through this. So once the crimsite comes out of here, or whatever block is made, I actually need to put some funnels here too. But anyway, it will go up here into this vault, and then it'll go down. There will be crushing wheels here, just don't have them yet. Then it will be split up between these. These will split into nuggets, and then this one in the middle will be all the excess stuff. Like if you just look at crimsite again, for example, I thought of this wrong, didn't I? It needs to be washed first. Right, okay, I need to rework this, but basically what it was supposed to do, which I kind of forgot about, is when you wash this, it turns into the nuggets and something else, which for us would be redstone. Or for iron, it would be redstone. For copper, I think it's gunpowder, that kind of thing. So that stuff would have went into here and sent back into the main storage that will go there. So then these frog ports will send stuff into these ones. Then it'll go into here. They will be split up into these. And then somewhere here, I don't know where, they might even just go on the same belt. I could not fall. But yeah, I need to rework this with fans and stuff, because I kind of forgot that you need to do that. And I'd say it probably wouldn't be too difficult. This might need to move out a little bit more. This probably needs to go down so I can get a fan here. Something like they set the right way around. Probably something like this, just to send the water across here. Move this all vaults instead. I think that will work then. Yeah, I guess let me just rework this, and then we'll get a few more of the little systems in. Okay, more progress. I'm trying to remember what I did. I'll cut out if I already mentioned something. I changed this. We now do actually have a fan here that will be blowing. I just need to put some water, which I can actually just do now. There we go. So then the water will blow across here. There's a filter on here that will accept everything that isn't the crushed ores. So everything that, well, all the nuggets and everything. So then they will go out this way. Now I can, of course, extend or like add more funnels here if this isn't fast enough. It probably will be though, let's be honest. Now we'll go here. These need to be filtered as well, but this one has a filter for everything that isn't nuggets. And this will go straight to our storage over there, which I kind of already set up. We have our frog port that will just take everything in here. Good chance we will actually put more frog ports up there so we can accept more items. Then I have this here, and basically I'll just be able to request items, they will go into here, and I can put items back in as well. And we will sort that out in a little bit. I've also gone ahead and added these here, so our stuff will go here onto these belts and into this frog port, which I do still need to figure out where, but somewhere I'll have a compactor. Everything is pretty much ready. We just need to make the cobble / gravel farm down here. Okay, I've done more work. It's a little bit of a mess here. Oh, and I'm getting lagged quite a bit. We have these 2 cobble gens here that will be producing us a lot of cobble. So here's our gravel. We also still need the crushing wheels here, and I do actually need to put these here. I thought the crushing wheels would cover that. So then I need to set this up, but the packages will go up onto this chain conveyor, which will go up here, and which can go to either of these sides here, which has frog ports to, you know, get the stuff in there. Okay, I've brought over all of our power now. We can see it goes across here, over there, blah blah blah, you know, stuff. So we can now go ahead and connect this up to here. We're gonna go ahead and set up the lava pit, probably right in this like little pond here. It should be clearing out blocks, and it is gonna be laggy because I'm really laggy, but it's fine. Okay, I've connected all of the pipes here now. Honestly, it looks kind of cool the way it's set up here. Hello, it is future or present me, whatever you want to call it. I've already finished recording this video, but I'm, you know, editing it, and it's already hours late, and I have so much more yap and everything that is just unnecessary. So I've decided to come back and go through stuff properly and quickly, so I can end this video because it's really long and I need to get it out. So since the last clip, I believe a lot of stuff has changed. First off, I've, you know, decorated everything here so it all looks nicer and stuff. I have changed the design for the cobble gens because they didn't work, I think. I don't think I ran the farm by that point. So yeah, I've changed the design of these. So all of that works nicely. Here's how this works. We just have packages being sent automatically with this. It's just sent through this funnel up here into these packagers and into this vault. Then get crushed down and then sent through these frog ports up here into these frog ports, which have factory gauges on them, which makes sure that there is 4 stacks of gravel in the vault. I have 2 of these just to make sure it works properly, even though that's probably overkill. Here's also the decoration up here, up top. Hello, sir. Oh, I didn't mean to get you mad. Then, before these were chutes with fans blowing up. Man, can you shush? You're so loud. Before this used to be chutes going up, but I found out they were really slow for this, and they were really clogging up this farm and making it run slower. So instead, I have fans blowing into these slabs here, so to make sure that they don't go too far. And then they go into these funnels up here, which go into these access ports, which go into this vault, which push down, get washed into here, which I've also extended so each item has its own slot, so it doesn't cause issues with, because using tunnels is a bit slow for multiple types of items. So this is a faster way to do that. And then over here I have a little setup. It monitors how much is in this vault, and once it is above the target or at the target, it will send a signal here, which turns off farms back here. And the reason why they turn off down there is because that controls the bottom half, and we want the top half to work because we don't want these to end up getting clogged and cause packages to get frozen in places and unable to move. And then we have a big backlog of stuff. Please go away. And at the back here as well, I have a system to void all of the excess stuff: redstone, quartz, clay, and gunpowder. I am, of course, keeping some. We don't want all of it. And a side product of all of these, we don't want them to be really controlled by anything, so we just have them be voided if they're above a certain amount, because we don't need that much. And apart from that, I think that's pretty much everything really quickly summarized. One last thing. Here is our storage. I had a bit of a backup here. We probably don't even need all 4 of these anymore. Basically, they will take the packages into here. They will get automatically compacted here, and I have a filter here so it doesn't turn these into blocks and stuff. And then that goes into a filter here, filtered chute, and so basically only the things we want will go down into our vault here, and we can go ahead and just call them. And looking at the title and thumbnail, which I pretty much already know what I'm gonna do. Yes, this farm makes about 80,000 items an hour. Well, 80,000 ores. Probably more with the extra items that we have and stuff, but we'll just say 80. Of course, I don't have a way to show this, but I have done some testing and creative and stuff, and that's generally the number I got to. But yeah, the farm is off because I don't need more than this. This video's getting long. It needs to come out. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, it's a pretty long video. I tried to do some better editing with this one, with some cinematics and stuff like that, and better audio instead of just spamming songs constantly. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. I don't usually ask this, but please leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me out, and thank you very much for 500 subscribers. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. It's kind of a milestone I want to make something for, but I don't really know what to do. So if I do end up making a little thank you video for it, it will probably be a little while for that to happen because I have no clue what to do. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.